What is up, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. A lot of classes in this game do get overlooked, and a lot of the unique classes that are tied to a specific unit, or a specific race, I guess you could say, such as the Juggernaut and many others, I feel people don't give enough recognition to, people don't talk about enough, people don't play enough, people don't realize the potential of these classes, and that is what this video is going to be about today. I've covered the Juggernaut in the past, but likewise, I've been using the Juggernaut more, and it is a very good unit, a very good class. It has a lot going for it. Not only is it a very good, like, one-on-one unit, it's also a really good debuffer, and you could almost, this might be a little bit of a stretch, but it's kind of like a Terror Knight. Now, it doesn't inflict terror, but it's on the front line doing debuffs, and kind of removing buffs, and kind of just causing a little bit of havoc for the enemy. And they can take quite a few hits. They are a very good frontline unit. They are tanky in my experience to a degree, at least more so than most. And I do find them to be a rather, dare I say it, a top tier unit. Yeah, I would put these guys up there with some of the best units in the game. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I feel a lot of people don't use them. One, you gotta go out of your way to recruit them. Two, they're tied to a, non-human race, so you can't just get the charm and give it to one of your units. And I think the third reason is people just, they're just like, I'm happy with what I got, and that's totally fine. Any of those reasons is fine, but I'm here to tell you why the Juggernaut is really good and is viable through the majority of the game. I mean, you can get a Juggernaut as early as Chapter 2, and you can run this guy all the way through Coda. Yes, I said Coda this time. I didn't say CODA, because I guess that's the proper way to say it, is Coda. So that is how we do it. What makes a Juggernaut so great? Well, check is a very good move. Stop enemy units within one tile. I really like that. Like I said, a nice little debuff. I feel like stop is one of the best debuffs, for sure. And a lot of people don't use it because it's more of a later game debuff. I think the only way to get stop early on, which I don't even think you can do before level 30. Hold on, let's check. Hold on, we gotta find the answer to this question. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, you gotta be level 20. You gotta have weapon level 20. Okay, so you don't get stop. You don't get stop till weapon level 20 on daggers. So realistically, you're not going to be using stop in Chapter 1 for sure. Probably start using it in Chapter 2. But I really didn't start really using stop or seeing stop very often until like Chapter 3, 4. But yeah, so you can get, you'll probably have check on this guy then at Chapter 2. You probably have check 1. I don't know if you'll have intimidate or threaten. Some of these you do get a little bit later, like in the 30s on the Juggernaut, so do keep that in mind. But anyway, like I said, being able to stop enemy units, I think it's a kind of an overlooked debuff, and I think a lot of people rely so much on the tried and true, which is fine, but I do enjoy stop. Intimidate, this will take away a auto skill from an enemy. So basically, anybody within 2 tiles of you, with those pesky knights with phalanx, or those dragons with dragon scales, or those terror knights that maybe proc, terror on their next attack, if you happen to go before them, or if they proc and don't get to use it. So it is kind of like a situational thing. You're not always gonna, usually when a unit procs an auto skill, they're gonna do it to you on the turn they, proc it. So you kind of got to set this up. It's not 100%, but you can remove those. You can kind of use that to get some things going. And the birds do agree. The birds do like to intimidate. They are very intimidating creatures, my birds. Threaten, I feel, is probably one of the best skills in his kit. Silence an enemy unit within 1 tile and reduce their MP by 25% of max. Now that, you reduce their MP by 25%, like what they've accrued. So if a unit has, we're just going to make math simple, 100 MP, you're going to take away 25. They have 200 MP, you're going to take away 50. This is enough to remove a finisher option, a casting option. This is like a mana drain. This is a mana drain, basically. So this unit is a great front line, and I even think it's a great bosser unit to an extent. I know there's other units that can kind of one-on-one better, But you get this guy within the radius of a boss, and you proc some of these. You know, you can remove some of the auto skills from the boss if they proc any of those. Taking away the boss's MP is always important. And obviously, if you stop him, what can go wrong? Now, would I use a different weapon? Maybe. I don't know. I've heard some people use fists on Juggernaut. I don't know. Maybe hammers would be better, or axes. I might have to experiment in the future, but I do enjoy the swords. Main reason I do enjoy the swords is I thought I had breach on this guy. I don't got a claymore on him. Aw. Yeah, I would have a claymore on him for breach is what I would have. I must have moved that onto somebody else. But overall, the Juggernaut is really solid, and the fact you get this guy as early as Chapter 2, I feel the Juggernaut rivals some of the power of like the later game, post-game classes. You guys know a lot of the super strong classes like Lich, Necromancer, you know, Shaman, all of them, you get them way later in the game, and, you know, for obvious reasons, they're super good. Where, like I said, the Juggernaut, early as Chapter 2. I don't know if you can get one in Chapter 1, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. But very reliable class, very useful, great at bossing, great at being a frontline unit, great at taking damage, can just mess up the enemy with removing of buffs and debuffs. Overall, a really highly valuable unit that I think a lot of people sleep on, or a lot of people just don't really use. I would encourage you, if you don't use one or haven't really done it, try, if you do another run through, get a Juggernaut early on, and you'll see, like, holy cow, this guy's pretty nice. Pretty nice. But that's just my opinions on it. That's just how I think about him. Let me know what you guys think about him. At the end of the day, nothing I say is necessarily fact. I just like to discuss things with you guys and talk about the game and give you my opinions, and I would love to hear yours. So please drop them down below in the comments. Let me know how you feel, and let me know how you feel about Tactics Ogre content going forward. I've said it in numerous videos. The content has pretty much fallen off a steep cliff just due to the game being older now, people moving on, and I have to branch out and cover other content, so I will be in the future here. I'll be covering games in the same genre of Tactics Ogre and some other games here and there, but I mostly focus on tactical strategy, RPG kind of games. So hopefully, if you guys enjoy those types of games, you'll stick around the channel and continue to, you know, hang out and chat with me, because I know a lot of you. I see you guys in the comments, those of you that comment. I know a lot of your names, believe it or not. And those of you that just watch and hang out and don't comment, hey, you're just as cool too. So hey, if you made it this far in the video, thanks for all the love and support. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Until then, later guys. Peace out. Have a good one.